Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to the Top Achievers platform once again. It's such a great pleasure to be here with you. We know that knowledge is power, and what we do with the knowledge we acquire also determines how far we go in life. Of course, before COVID, you know that the internet has come to become one of the major components of life. The smartphones took over from laptops, and so many things are going on. And when COVID came, there was a high jump when it came to the issue of being online, social media, and all these things. And a lot of people are making profits, gains legitimately online. And so today, we have a very great privilege to have a key leader, an expert, somebody who has been on the field of training and raising people when it comes to this business of making wealth online. You will also know that there are a lot of people involved in frauds. They think that they can outsmart other people and gain and make money and make wealth, and many of them gets into trouble doing that. But we want to go in this series to show that you can make legitimate wealth through the internet. As you get yourself skilled, as you develop your ability, that phone you carry can do more than just making calls. And then you can also acquire other skills as a young person and do something from home. You wouldn't leave the covers of your house, and yet you will be making impact. So today I have the honor to bring someone to you. Let me quickly go through his profile. This man of God, or this brother that is coming to speak to us today, is a graduate of computer science from Olabisi Onabanjo University, and is an alumnus of Ventures in Enterprise Management at Pan Atlantic University. He's a certified life coach and family system engineering practitioner. He has undergone training on project management, emotional intelligence, strategic human resources management, communication and persuasion, leadership development, software, data science, and business development. He is an experienced full stack software developer and data analyst. He was the former group and subzonal president of NIFES, Ijebode chapter, where he provided leadership for students across 8 higher institutions. He was also the former zonal and district youth president of Foursquare Gospel Church, Mushin District. He has trained youths across different church denominations, including the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Mountain of Fire, and Miracle Ministries, Deeper Life Bible Church, Christ Apostolic Church, Celestial Church of Christ, the Methodist, the Anglican, the Apostolic, Agape, and several others. This young man has also trained and offered solutions to organizations across Nigeria, including banks, pension companies, government agencies, higher institutions, secondary schools, NYSC members, television and radio stations, several NGOs, Nigerians in diaspora. He has contributed to his company being awarded African Brand Award 2019 by African Brand on STV. He was nominated among the 100 most influential Nigerian youth by Advanced Media in 2017 in personal development category. He was a guest facilitator to women entrepreneurs at Women Green Fellowship during one of their sessions at Lagos Business School, and a guest facilitator to trainees at Facebook NG Hub. He has featured in Under 35 CEO, Max FM 102.3, WFM 91.7, Lagos Business News, Opportunity Desk, Finance and Investment Watch, and other platforms. This man is currently the business strategist at Tech 365, formerly Tech 24, an ICT firm that helps businesses leverage technology for growth and empowers individuals and organizations with ICT skills. He is the founder of Learn Fast, an online course platform that helps people to learn skills any time of the day, irrespective of their age, qualification, or location. It also serves as a source of additional income for those who create courses to add value to people. The platform currently has about 2,000 students across Africa with over 20 instructors. This platform features courses ranges from information technology, business, psychology, finance, among others. The goal of the platform is to bridge the gap between schooling and education by equipping people with skills that will make them relevant beyond their certificate. This man that I'm about to introduce to you is also the convener of Strategic Business Masterclass, a biannual business conference that helps entrepreneurs build a business that is profitable, add value, structured, sustainable, with global appeal. He's a married man, married to
Please, I'm
a lady,
begging you.
and blessed with a son and a daughter. Today I bring to you, brethren, people of God, Mr. Wale Olajumoke. You are welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm glad to be here today.
I must also say that you are my coach. I am glad to be formerly one of your students, and I believe I'm still one of your students anyway, because we all have something to learn from you. We celebrate you big time. We thank God for your life. We thank God for how much impact that you have made. We think it's very, very timely that you should come on this program and share from your wealth of experience on this subject, maximizing opportunities, particularly looking at what we can do online. There are so many people that are involved in scams, that are involved in fraudulent activities online. But people like you have showed us that there are legitimate things that can be done online that can make us wealthy. So that's why you are here, sir. And I'm just going to give you some time to flow, and then I'll come back with question and answer.
All right, thank you very much. Once again, thank you for having me on this platform. As you have heard, my name is Wale Olajumoke. I'm very passionate about sharing what I know with people, especially young people. Growing up for me, it wasn't something easy. I grew up from Mushin, one of the notorious places in Lagos State, where people feel it's meant for nuisance, people that cannot add value to the society. However, while I was young, I told myself, even though my environment, there are a lot of challenges, I won't allow those challenges to hold me back. Rather, I'm going to make something valuable from my life. And that set me on research for what I can do that can improve my value and that can help me to be valuable to people. And in the course of my research, I discovered different ways. I studied other people's life and I started applying some of the lessons I have, some of the things I've seen around and some of the research I have done. And I begin to see the things that work and things that doesn't work. And the more I apply those things that work, the more I get results. And those are some of the things I want to share with us tonight. Um, you might not believe if I tell you that the problem is not about money. Money is available in abundance. However, there's something we need to know, and that is the fact that money is an exchange of value. People run after money and they are wondering how come they are not making the money. The truth is, money doesn't exist in isolation. Rather, it is an exchange of value. The more the value you can offer, the more you will be rewarded. For example, let's look at somebody like the richest man maybe in Africa or the richest man in the world, just for example. They were not rich just by accident. They were adding value. They were creating solutions. Look at Microsoft, for example. Do you know how many millions of people are using their software or their operating system all over the world? So as a result, he is being rewarded in a much more bigger way. So how much value you can create will determine how much you are going to earn. For example, if I can add value to one person, that person is likely to pay me maybe thousands of naira. However, if I cannot add value to hundreds of people, maybe people within my community, that means I'll be rewarded more, because it's not just one person that is paying me now, but more people within my community are paying me. And if I extend that to my state, if I'm able to add value to people in my state, I'll get much more rewarded. And if I now do that for people in my country, then people outside my nation, so I get much more rewarded. So how many people you are able to create value for determine how much more you are going to be rewarded. So when we understand that money doesn't exist in isolation, rather it is an exchange of value. So the next question will now be, what value can I create? Or how do I go about creating value? Because that's one of the areas where people are stuck. Now, how do you create value? So it's about you looking for what are the challenges people are facing. It could be people in your immediate environment. It could even be people that are far away from you. What challenge are they facing? And which of these challenge can you solve? So the more the challenge you can solve, or the more complex the challenge you can solve, the more you are rewarded. So when I started out, I started with bulk SMS, sending bulk message to people. It's not as popular as it is today. Then it was very, very cheap, and it was not that popular. So that's what I started with. But I asked myself, how much can I make from bulk SMS? So I still ask myself, what other problem can I solve that can earn me much more? So from bulk SMS, I moved to building websites. Then from website, I was able to earn much more because I was able to solve problem for more people. Then I asked myself, what other problem can I solve that can earn me even much more reward? Then I started by learning software development. And with software development, the bulk SMS that I was charging 1 naira, 2 naira back then, I moved from there to website design. I was able to charge 50,000 naira and more. Then from there, I was able to start building software for companies, software that can solve specific problem for their organization. And from there, I was able to solve problem for people outside Nigeria, people in United States, United Kingdom, Australia, Malta, and several other countries, including Italy and so on. So all this helped me to solve problem at a larger scale. So the question you should ask yourself tonight is, what problem can I solve for people? And if you ask, okay, how do I know what problem I can solve? What skill do you have? And if you don't have any skill, what are the skills you can acquire that can help you to solve problem for people? Let me give you an example. My former office at Ikeja, at the end of the year, I do pay the landlord rent. But the time came, I needed a place that is bigger than where I was, and that is more lucrative and more conducive. Of course, that come at a higher cost, almost times three of the same place I used to be. So when I left that place to the new office, I stopped paying the former landlord. Why? Because he no longer add value to me. So I was not paying the new landlord because he's the one adding value to my business, and in return, I'm rewarding him. So the same thing applies to other areas of life. If you are not adding value to people, you are not likely to, they are not likely to pay you. Even if they maybe just remember you and they just say, okay, let me just remember this person, let me just dash this person money. There's limit to how much they can dash you, there's limit to how much they can give you. But if you solve something great for them, they are going to reward you with higher financial reward. Let me give another example. There was a man I've been hearing about, and I was looking forward to meet this man. And there was a time the man needed somebody to build a web application for him. And someone who knows him and knows me contacted me and told me about it. And we scheduled a meeting and met with the man. As at that time, the highest I was able to earn or charge people was about 20,000 naira. And when I met this man and he told me, how much am I going to charge? And before I could tell him how much I was going to charge, he said, oh, don't bother yourself. My budget is 100,000 naira. And as at that time, the highest I have charged people was 20,000 naira. In my mind, I was leaping for joy that, wow, 100,000 naira. You know, I've never charged people that amount before, that back then. So I agreed to do it for him. And from that time, it opened my eyes that, oh, so even this thing that I'm doing that look as if it's ordinary, somebody can pay 100,000 for him. And guess how much I charge the next customer that come my way? Of course, you know what the answer is likely to be. So I was able to even increase my fee, and people started paying me that fee. So what changed was, one, my mindset changed for the possibility that I can charge this amount for my service. So apart from you learning that you need to add value to people, your mindset is very, very important. If you believe there is scarcity in Nigeria, there's no money in Nigeria, people will not pay you, it will influence how you think, and it will influence the action you take and the decisions you make. So another thing you also need to work on tonight, apart from you learning a skill to add value to people, or if you already have a skill, developing that skill, or creating awareness about that skill, you need to have the right mindset. Believe that um, people, there's abundance, there's no scarcity. And I'm not just saying this to motivate you. I'm saying this because it is the truth. I remember doing some time ago when there's inflation and the country was tough. When people call and say, "Oh, the price is so high," in my mind, I'll be feeling, "Oh, let me just reduce the price. The environment is tough." Until I met my other friends who were still charging so well and earning so much despite the inflation and the likes. So that changed my mindset and say, okay, this person, despite the inflation, despite this, what is happening in the environment, is charging this amount. Definitely, I can also earn more despite the prevailing circumstance in the environment. And that changed my mindset, and I started charging my worth. And before I knew it, people started paying. Even as more people are saying, oh, there is lack of money and so on, I charge 500,000, millions of naira, and people pay for my service, and they pay those amounts. So your mindset is another thing you need to work on, because if you don't believe it is possible, you will not act on it, and if you don't act on it, you're not likely to get results. So believe influence your thinking or your thoughts, and your thoughts influence the action you take, and the action you take influence the result you get. Example, if I don't go out, I'm not likely to meet what I'm supposed to meet out there, and I'm not likely to get the result I'm supposed to get out there. So my believing that if I go out, I'm going to get results, start from me believing, then me taking action to go out, and going out, I meet with the kind of people I need to meet with and get the kind of result I need to get. So the first thing I've said is money is an exchange of value. When you create value, and the more you create that value for, the more you earn. And I've talked about the need for you to work on your mindset, believing that it is possible, believing that people, there's no scarcity around you, there's abundance, and people are willing to pay for your service if you offer quality service. Another thing I also want to share is the KLT factor. It is not enough for you to have a skill. Of course, that's where you're starting from, having the right skill that people are willing to pay for. But to have the right skill, you need to get known. KLT. K stands from known. People need to know you. The more people that know you, the more opportunity that comes your way. Example, I'm on this platform right now because I know the facilitator of the platform. So if I don't know him, he's not likely to invite me. And the same other opportunity I have gotten, it is because people know me, they're able to connect with me, and they're able to engage my service. So people need to know you. So you can leverage on internet for people to know you, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, blogging, having a website. All these are platforms that people can use to know you. And apart from knowing you, the next step is like you. You need to get people to like you, because people buy from who they like. Even you that you are listening to me right now, there are sometimes you want to buy a particular product, you will leave one person, the next person, the next person, and go to the next person to buy. Why? Because you like that person. That's why you leave all those other persons and buy from them. The kind of toothpaste you use, there are several other toothpaste you will see on the shelf. You will leave the first, the second, and you pick maybe the third. There's a reason why you pick that one. the bank account you are using, the bank you are banking with. There are several banks. They may even be closer to you than the one you are banking with. There's a reason why you left them and go for the one you are banking with. I'm just saying this with you so that we can know that as we acquire skill, we need to get people to know us. And as they know us, we need to get them to like us. The question will now be, how do you get people to like you? People can like you by you sharing valuable content, valuable information, irrespective of your field of endeavor, whether you are into accounting, into finance, into IT, or whatever area you are into. Share valuable information with people. Let me give you this example. If you are watching TV and every day one man comes up and he calls himself a medical doctor and he starts sharing tips about your health and he starts talking about certain things you have experienced and he tells you how to overcome them, you begin to see that man as an authority, even though you have not met him in person, even though there may be better doctor than him, but because he shares valuable information consistently that you believe to be true. So that also can help you to get liked on the internet, because people don't know you before, but when they begin to see you share valuable information in your field of endeavor, it will draw them closer to you and attract them to you, and they begin to like you. And apart from that, the next one is trust. You need to build trust. As people get to know you, as people get to like you, you need to um, get them to trust you. How do they trust you? As you serve one person, as you serve two persons with your skill, with your talent, with whatever you are into legally, you need to get feedback from them, testimonials. Begin to share the testimonial with people. When people see that, oh, those that are patronizing this person, they are getting results, or is serving them, offering them quality service. When somebody needs your service, you will come to mind because they've seen that, they've known you, they've liked you because of how you do your work with integrity, with excellence, and how you are consistent with what you are doing. It's not that today you are into this, tomorrow you switch to another thing, next tomorrow you switch to another thing. I still get people reach out to me, my inbox, and say, oh, I've been following you for so number of years. Are you still into these things? I need your service. And I offer my service to them. So people also watch out for your consistency. So how consistent you are with what you are doing also help you to build trust, because even if you post something on social media and nobody like it, nobody comment it, it doesn't mean nobody sees it. They see it, but they are just watching and say, okay, let's see whether this person is really serious about what he's doing. Let's see whether this person can be trusted with our money and things like that. So that's why consistency is also very, very important. So you need to be known by creating awareness through different platforms. You need to get people to like you by sharing valuable content. Even on your WhatsApp story shouldn't just be for where you just share um, something that is not valuable. You can post about what you do there. And it's not just about all the time you be advertising, buy from me, buy from me. No. Take time to share valuable information. Example, there was a time I was on social media and I saw somebody posted 3 things you need to know before you buy your next land or before you build your house. If you're someone that is looking towards building house or buying land, you are likely to click on it. And when I click on it, I saw how valuable information the person shared. And he said, okay, you might also be interested in this information, how to avoid omonile wahala. I click on it, I also saw valuable information. If I need to consult somebody before I buy a land, who do you think I'm likely to consult? That person. Do I know that person before? No. But I just get to trust that person. Why? Because of the valuable information that person shared with me, even though I'm just reading about them for the first time. And not just that, they start showing me other ones, and they ask me, oh, I can put in my email so I can download another 4 ways to ensure that I make my real estate profitable. So all the information they are sharing is tied to what they are doing, but they are not asking me to pay to get that information. They are sharing them with me for free. They know what they are doing, because if I eventually patronize them and I buy the land from them, how much they will make will compensate for all the free information they are sharing with me. So I'm saying this because some people might be listening to me and they have skill, but they're still wondering, yet I have skill, but nothing is coming out of it. So these are some of the things you can do that can get you results. Another question is, if I Google your name, what will I see? If I Google your name or what to do and I don't see you, you are losing opportunities, you are losing money. If you Google DevOps training in Nigeria, in the first 5 results are going to see my company is there. And it's not just DevOps training, even for other trainings that I do. Now, based on this, different companies contact my organization and say, oh, we saw that you do this training, we saw that you offer this service, and they contact us and we offer our service to them. Now, I did that because I know people I am targeting, when they need information, they go on social media. So those that need the kind of solution you offer or the kind of skill you have, where are they located? Where do they spend their time? Do they spend time to read newspaper or they spend time on social media? You need to find out where they spend their time more and try and engage them. Try and be visible. Try and be on such platform so that they can connect with you. Another thing is, don't keep the skill you have to yourself. Tell as many people as you can. For example, when people post on social media and say, I need someone that can build website, or I need somebody that can do what you can do. If you observe, people normally tag their friends and say, oh, Mike is the right person to contact. Oh, Mary can do that for you. Oh, John is excellent at that. What will people need that will make other people to tag you? That's a question you need to answer. If there's nothing that will make you to tag your name when you need that service, then you have to sit down and ask yourself, what skill can I acquire? What value can I start, offering to people that can make people to tag me when people need service that is related to what I can offer? Even today, a law firm needed somebody that can build mobile app and software for them. Somebody tagged me, and that's an opportunity also that I can explore. But imagine if the person doesn't know that I offer that service, he will not, reach out to me to inform me about such opportunity. There are people that have connected me to opportunities outside Nigeria. Okay, I remember there was a time I posted something about Nigeria, and I used an image of a man that painted his face green, white, green. Some of us might have come across that image. That image attracted that person. He saw the content that attached to it, and that content connect to what he wanted to do, the kind of project he wanted to do at that time. So he reached out to me, and that's how we started relationship. And through him, he has connected me to his brother and some other referrals, just because of that content that I share on social media. So why people are going after yahoo yahoo, fraud and the likes? There are legal ways that you can make money on the internet, legally and ethically. I remember years back, whenever I'm talking to people, I normally use someone I know very well as an example. I will tell them this person charges 400,000 per person, and people are paying. But as I keep adding value to myself, I discovered that even my training, I charge 500,000 naira for one training, and even more for some other training. All these were possible because I added value to myself. I started charging 50,000 naira back then, but from there I started charging 100, 200, 500, and even 1 million naira per person for my training. And people are attending this training. In fact, in one of our classes, we have more than 10 people for a training that is 500,000 naira per person in this same Nigeria, in this Buhari economy. So that's to let you know that despite the scarcity you might be seeing around, people are paying for services. They are paying for things that are related to their needs. What are the pains people are going through around you? What are the needs people have around you? What are the challenges people are facing? What are people's desires? How can you meet all of these needs? Meeting them open doors, create opportunities for you, and people pay you in exchange for it. For example, if somebody is having health issue, they go to the doctor. If the doctor says the fee for that ailment is XYZ, they look for the money even though they don't have it, because what they need the solution that doctor has to offer. Okay, is my time up? I can't hear you. You are muted.
Yes, I just want to
Okay.
tell our audience that you can post your questions because we are going to allow our guests to attend to questions. So as he teaches, please, if you have any question, just put it on the comment section and then we will take it up when it is time for question and answer. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just want to quickly drop that so that people can send in their questions. You can go on, sir.
All right, that's okay. So, like I said, what problem challenges do people have around you that you can offer? These are opportunities that you can explore. Now, another question that people might be having at the back of their mind is that, oh, yes, I want to create value, but I don't have money. I need 500,000 before I can start creating value. I need 1 million before I can start creating value. Do you know the truth? Any business I have started in the past or that I want to start, I always look for how to start it with little or no cash. So lack of cash is not an excuse for not creating value. Start with what you have. And I'm going to give you some examples. When I was on campus, I wanted to start selling laptop. I don't have money to buy laptops because a laptop might cost like 100,000 naira, and I need to know how many laptop I need to store before I can even sell. I'm selling laptop. But I don't have the money to stock laptop or to import them. So what did I do? I approached laptop company and I told them, oh, I can help you sell more of your laptop. Of course, many businesses exist because they want to sell more. So they were interested. So we agree on how much I'm going to earn for each laptop I sell. So I went back to school and I started telling my friends, oh, I sell laptop. I did this and I started researching about different type of laptop, different brands. So there's Dell, there's HP, there's Lenovo, there's Acer. Okay, what else do I need to know about laptop? Okay, there's what we call RAM, there's what we call hard drive. So I started learning different things about it so that I can familiarize myself with it. And I started telling people about it. And when people needed it, I either take them to the place to buy it since I've already built relationship with them. So they gave me my own commission, or the person pay me, I get it from the location and deliver it to the customer. So I've started selling laptop without having 1 naira, without importing any laptop or without stocking laptop in my shop. Of course, your dream may be to have a big shop where you sell your laptop or where you import it. That is where you are going, but you are starting somewhere despite the fact that you don't have money. And this is not limited to laptop. It can be applied to other areas. If I want to start selling car, I can go to companies where they sell car, build relationship with them, get the pictures of the car, snap them, start posting it online, start posting the price, the features of the car, and so on. And with time, people can reach out to you and tell you, oh, I'm interested in the car. How can I see it? How can I test it? Then connect them to the company that is selling it and get your own commission from there. So connecting people to services or solution is one of the ways you can start offering value, even if you don't have cash and so on. Then another point you also need to know is that there are some skill. People are saying there's no job, there's no job. There are some skill that if you have them today and you are abroad, job is waiting for you. And I'm not just saying this to impress you or just to excite you or just to motivate you. It's the truth. So people saying there is no job is not true. There are jobs. From LinkedIn, people reach out to me from time to time. Oh, we saw your profile. You are into this and this. Can you work for us? We want to hire you. I always tell them, I am not looking for job. Meanwhile, there are people that need job that need this opportunity, but they don't have access to them because they don't have the skill needed to maximize such opportunity. So there are skills you can learn: DevOps, software development, mobile development, data analysis, data science, search engine optimization, content writing, content marketing, blockchain, cloud computing, digital marketing. All these skills are skills that you can leverage on, and there are huge opportunity out there. In fact, I don't know any DevOps person that doesn't have a job, either the person is abroad or Nigeria. If you are good, job is waiting for you. In fact, I heard of a friend outside Nigeria that want to set up a platform where you are the one that will be interviewing company that you want to work with. You know, it is the other way around. It's company that will say, people submit your CV, then they start interviewing people. With all these skills, you are the one that will be interviewing the company. Why? Because There's scarcity of people that have the skill, and they are well paid. You are paid millions of naira per month if you have the skill. So these are things that can bring you opportunity. Another thing I also want to share is that some of the reason why people fail, I give it an acronym FAIL. F stands for fear. Some of us we have different ideas, but we are afraid. What if it doesn't work out? And because of that fear, we did not start. Now, that fear that you held on to in January, this is March, you have not taken any action. You are not likely to get any results. When I was starting out, I was not sure of how everything would plan out 100%. But I just believe in myself. Do I have fear? Yes, because nothing is guaranteed. But despite my fear, I still took steps. I still started. I still went to Ikeja, rent our office, and get started. When I got my first customer, the money I earned from it, I invest it in the business. And whatever I did not have, I put it in place. Maybe I did not have projector when I started. From the income, I buy projector, I buy generator, and started buying different things till I was able to set up the office. People that come around today, they'll be saying, "Oh, I like your office. You must be paying millions of naira to have this kind of office." But I didn't start that way. Don't wait until you can start big. Start from somewhere and start growing and keep investing in your business. And also have people you can share your ideas with, who you can rub mind with. You can call them mentor, you can call them coach, who can give you some insight. Because the reason why some people are succeeding more than other people may not be necessarily because those succeeding are more intelligent than them. Rather, it could be because they have certain insights that those other people do not have. Like I told you earlier, I've shared about somebody I know that charge 400,000 per person. I was wondering, how is people be paying 400,000 for a service of one person? And this not one person, it's not two person paying that person. In a training, you can have up to 20, 50 people. So I was like, how is this man doing it? He must be so intelligent. But the truth, is not more intelligent than other people that are paying him. It's just that he have a solution that those people need. And as I keep developing myself and making research and attending different trainings, I started uh, building capacity to solve higher problem as well. And I was able to charge people 500,000 naira per person for my training, 1 million naira per person for my training. To build softwares, I was able to charge 3 million naira, 5 million naira per company. All these are possible if you keep developing yourself, if you keep solving problems that meet the needs of people. So don't just do what every other person are doing. Ask yourself, what are people paying so much for? Which of those things can you start solving? If you cannot solve it directly, which company can solve it that you can connect with, that you can affiliate with and solve for them? I remember when I wanted to start hosting for people, I started by hosting my own website, and I don't have money to set up my own server. So I partner with another company outside Nigeria. So when people pay me to host, I will pay the company and host for them and get my own profit. So that's how I started hosting business. Then I was able to host for 5 people, for 10 people, for 20 people, for 60 people, and several other people. But I started by connecting. And today I was able to acquire my own server that I used to host for several people. But I did not start there. I started by first of all connecting with existing companies that can offer that service because I don't have money to set up my own infrastructure. So, why you might need money as the business is growing? At the start, you can start with little or no capital. You can start with little or no money. You can start with what you have, where you are, and grow the business. Now, another benefit of you starting with where you are or what you have is that even if you go and borrow money and that business fail, you will be in debt. But if you start with what you have or where you are, and the business is not growing as it's supposed to be, at least you minimize your losses. You can quickly switch to something that is yielding better results or make adjustment as necessary before you pump in more money into that business. So this is one of the ideology that I apply in any business I do. I look for low entry point to any business I want to do. And for example, you want to start website design, for example, you don't have money to learn it because the training can cost 10,000 naira or 50,000 naira and you don't have the money, you can partner with already existing company that does that service and say, oh, I want to partner with your company. I will look for people that need website. I will get them, refer them to your company. Then the company pay me maybe 5% of the money or whatever the agreement it is. That 5% can be as much as 10,000 naira or more. By the time you do that for 5 people, that's 50,000 naira. That has raised 50,000 naira that you can use as capital to learn the skill yourself. So instead of you referring, you now can offer the service yourself. Then any money you earn from there, you invest it to learn other higher skill where you can charge even higher money and so on. So as a young person, money shouldn't be a challenge. And you know the truth, some young people use big phones, iPhones, and so on. The worth of that iPhone can serve as capital to learn higher skill or do other things. Why use a lesser phone that can still do WhatsApp and other things that you do, but it might not be as expensive as what you are using currently. So from what I've been sharing with us so far is the fact that money follows value. Money is an exchange of value. Your mindset is important. Believe that you can deliver results. So if there's any area I've not covered, maybe
Yes, you were to tell us 4 things why people fail. You gave us the first acronym F. The remaining, sir.
I didn't know you have that at the back of your mind.
Yeah.
All right. The A stands for arrogance. Some people are not humble enough to learn. They feel, I'm older than him. Why should I go to him to learn? Like the uncle once said that we once, had teacher-student relationship. He did not look at it that, oh, I'm older than this man. Why should I submit myself to him? Let me shock you. The person that first showed me how to build websites was a young person. I was an undergraduate. He was not even in school. But to me, it doesn't make anything. It doesn't matter whether the person is young or what have you. The most important is I need the skill that this person has. Now that I have the skill, do anybody know who taught me? It doesn't matter who taught me, whether the person is illiterate or not. What matter is I have the skill and I can offer it excellently well. So A is arrogance. If you want to go far, you have to let go of arrogance. Humble yourself to learn. I stands for ignorance. Like I said earlier, the reason why somebody is succeeding more than the other person might not be because that person is more intelligent, but rather that person know what the other person doesn't know. So always ask yourself, in what way can I do what I am currently doing better? Is there something that I need to know? And that's why I am somebody that is so passionate about knowledge. I can invest the last money in my pocket to acquire knowledge because I know when I fill my brain with knowledge, my brain will in turn fill my pocket with money. So I keep investing in knowledge. Now, what is gaining is metaverse, NFT, blockchain. These are the areas I am exploring because I want to always be at the forefront of technology. So soon we're going to start metaverse training where people can virtually interact with one another without physical appearance, but you look as if they are physically there. NFT, you can have artwork and you can sell it online. All these things are new technology. Blockchain, you can apply it to different areas of business, to health, to education, and so on. So these are things I always explore. So that's where I stand for ignorance. If you are ignorant, people will leave you behind. Before now, there's a way things are done, but it keeps evolving. Those that learn how to build websites 50 years ago, they will no longer be relevant because the tools we use then, PageMaker and so on, they are no longer relevant. Now people use WordPress, people use Python, PHP, and so on. So ignorance is what is keeping people behind. And there are people who have skill, but they don't know how to connect with people. They don't know how to get customers. They are ignorant. So sit down and ask yourself, in what area am I lacking financially? That means you are ignorant of certain things. That's why you are lacking financially. And even in non-financial area, maybe academically or maritally or even ministry-wise, if you see other people that their ministry is prospering more than your own, It doesn't mean because they have the grace of God more than you. It could be that there are certain insight that they have that you don't have. So as you keep seeking knowledge from people that know more than you, or that are getting the kind of result you desire, or you are even meditating, through meditation you can get revelations, insights into things that ordinarily you don't know. There's some idea that will just pop in my mind, maybe as I was sleeping. I wake up and an idea just coming, or I'm in the bedroom and an idea just coming. I just try and execute it, and before you know it, I start seeing people paying for it. And to me, that might look like ordinary. There was a training I didn't plan starting that training. I just put it on my website, and I put 400,000 naira on that training. And before you know it, people started calling and started telling us, when I was starting training, oh, I'll tell them we are starting 2 months time. And in 2 months time, or before 2 months time, start seeing other people calling in. I was like, this thing that I don't even take serious, I just put it there. So that's how I started the training, and about 4 people started the training. Then more people started. Then international people started, and several other people started, enrolling for the training. So ignorance is one of the things that is making people to lag behind. Just like the purpose of our meeting tonight is to share some insight with us that can help us to overcome our ignorance by acquiring new knowledge. Then L stands for laziness. If you are a Christian and you are lazy, you might be struggling, no matter how prayerful you are. So even the Bible says that um, faith, you should complement our faith with work. Faith without work is dead. I'm just paraphrasing now. So even the Bible acknowledges the place of work. So why it is important for us to pray, to fast, and to trust God, we also need to act on our faith by taking necessary actions. For example, you have listened to me tonight. What step will you take after tonight? What will you research more about? What training will you enroll for? Which business will you partner with so that you can refer people to them and earn something? What you already have knowledge of, how can you create awareness about it out there? What valuable information will you be sharing with people for free so that you can gain their trust before you start charging them? So all of these things are things you need to act on. There were times I used to read books. In fact, my shelf was full of a lot of books, but I was not getting results. I was so broke. My account balance was red because even though I'm acquiring those knowledge, I was not acting on them until a day I sat down and I asked myself, what are the skills I have? I listed them down, about 10. Out of this skill, which one can people pay me so much for? I tick them according to how well people can pay. Which one can I act on now that does not require me to have a lot of money to start it? I tick those ones, and I started acting on them, and I started getting results. So as I get results from one, I invest the money in the second one. As I get results, I invest in the third one, and that's how I move from one to the other. That happened because I took action. So if you are lazy, you are not likely to get results. So it is very, very important that we let go of our fear. We are humble, we are not arrogant. To learn, uh, to build relations with the right people. Then we let go of ignorance by seeking knowledge. Knowledge can come from different sources in the place of prayer, researching, interacting with the right people, moving with the right set of people. They may be far away from you. Online, you can build friends. There are people that we have been friends for years that have not met them physically. In fact, one of them came to my office recently. For those that are connected with me on social media, they will see the picture that I took a selfie and I snapped. I've known the guy for several years now. We have never met before. And this guy have referred people to me who paid me over 200,000 naira for my training. We have never met, but because I have relations with them on the internet, they were able to patronize me. In fact, online relationship now is as good as physical relationship. So even if you don't have much friends physically, of course, I encourage you to do that. But online, you can have a lot of partners, a lot of friends that you can rub minds together, you can do things together, and you can accelerate your results. So it's very, very important that you leverage on internet. Don't just be using your phone to just chat while away time, or go on Facebook and just be reading people's posts and that's all you do for the whole day, or just go on Instagram and just be watching videos of people. Let all these things also propel you to take action. Look at what you yourself can also do online. Don't just admire people that are getting results. Try and see how you can also invest in yourself to also offer solutions to people that they are willing to pay for. I don't know how many minutes I have left.
Yeah, you can just round up. You can just be rounding up, sir.
All right. So I'll talk about some of the skills you can acquire in IT. So you can look at them. Some of them are affordable, some might be expensive. Start with the one you can afford. As you acquire that one, start using it to get results, and from the results you are getting, start investing it in other things. One of the things I also observe among people is that as they are making money, they just spend that money. They've forgotten that this money is a seed. You need to invest it in something that will bring in much more income for you. And also, I want to also bring this to our notice. There are different ways people try to make money. Defrauding people is not the right way to make money. Yahoo Yahoo is not the right way to make money. I just told you, I charge people 500,000 naira per person for my trainings, and people pay. I'm not defrauding them. They're happy paying me. At the end of the training, they appreciate me that, oh, thank you for blessing me. Thank you for giving me this skill. I've learned so much, this and this. Some of them have gotten job today, and that job have paid back how much they have invested in the training. So there are legal ways to make money on the internet. You don't have to go in the route of defrauding people. Apart from that, another thing you also need to bear in mind is that there's no limit to the kind of people you can serve. Gone are the days that you can only serve people in your immediate environment, on your street or in your neighborhood. Now you can serve people in any country. With internet, the world is now flat. There's no longer barrier of I need to travel to UK, to US before I can offer my service to people. You can offer your service to people anywhere in the world. In fact, one of my platforms, learnfast.ng, is a platform where I set up that people can learn programming and IT skill on their own any time of the day. This platform, people from Dubai, people from Texas, they come to this platform, they pay and they learn. So there's no limit to how much you can earn on the internet, and you can do them legally. You don't have to defraud people. If you serve somebody so well, the person will recommend you to another person, who will recommend you to another person, and that's how to grow. And as I said earlier, your income should be invested in your business. Don't try and spend it to show off to people that you have arrived. When I started making money, I could buy car immediately, but I didn't buy car immediately. I gotta invest it in an area that will bring in more income, such that if I now want to buy car, it will not be from the profit. But today the story is different. So don't eat your seed, reinvest it so that it can bring in more results for you.
Thank you so much, my brother, my coach. Respect, sir. I just love the way you are pouring your heart um, to us, and I'm sure that you've given out so much powerful nuggets that we can't even start to review them now. And definitely we are going to make sure we promote this video. We are going to make sure we share it. We are going to make sure we make more people see this. And then I want to say, sir, it's like I will have to bring you back again very not too long from now, so that we do a part 2 of this, and then we can encourage more people to join us. And I'm sure there will be a lot of people to learn. Like you said, a satisfied customer is the best advertiser. When you do something and it's good, it solves somebody's problem, definitely they will recommend what you are doing to others. So I want to really, really thank you, sir, for making out the time and for pouring out your heart. I just want you to give us your main website where people, or a social handle where people may reach out to you if they want to reach out to you on their own to ask a question or something. Can you just give us that as we close?
I'm on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as Wale Olajumoke. So
Okay.
besides Wale Olajumoke, you will see me on Facebook. I'm very active on Facebook. I check my Facebook often if I'm not in training or I'm not busy. So I can be reached on Facebook. My company website is tech365.ng, tech365.ng, and our self-learning platform is learnfast.ng, learnfast.ng. So you can reach me on any of the platforms.
Thank you so much for your time. God bless you, real good. God bless you, my brother. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank God for the time we have with my coach, Mr. Wale Olajumoke, a young man that is blazing the trail in Nigeria, doing a lot of exploits when it comes to this internet. And I have known him over the years to be somebody like he has shared with us, who grew like from nobody or from nothing to this height. And he's not yet at the peak. God is still taking him far. And you see, what we do on this platform is to encourage each of us that we can aspire, we can work hard, we can move high to the top, because the top is your place. There's a place for you at the top, and I pray for you that you will get there. But then, for you to get there, like Mr. Wale Olajumoke has told us today, you must pay the price. You must do some certain things. I want you to go over this video, this broadcast again, listen to everything this man has shared with us. Take steps. You can communicate with us, send us an email. You can also send us comments, and then we will reach out to you. Until we come your way next time, may God bless you. May He give each and every one of us the grace